Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we have something delicious in store for you. It's our friend Joe the Baker, and he's going to teach us how to make a tasty treat.
Absolutely. So
what are we making today?
Right, it's beautiful weather outside. It's beautiful long weekends. The best way to start those off, buttermilk pancakes, right? Everybody loves fresh made pancakes. A lot of people reach for the box mix. Don't do that, make them yourself, right? Super, super easy, couldn't be tastier, and the addition of buttermilk versus milk or water makes them extra fluffy without spending a fortune on something like ricotta or mascarpone. So it's extremely simple, right?
Okay.
We have all of our dry ingredients. If you'll go ahead and give those a mix.
Okay.
In here we have flour, baking soda, baking powder, and sugar. Of course, if you wanted to add some kind of powdered spice like cinnamon or maybe even a little ginger, it's real simple. Just put it in there, mix it until it's uniform, right? Perfect.
Okay.
Next, we start adding our wet ingredients. So we have melted butter, which of course could be oil, any type of oil you want. So drop the oil straight in,
Okay.
right? Then we also have 1 large egg. Super, super easy. Of course, if you're using medium eggs like from a farmer's market, go ahead and use 2, but otherwise eggs in there. And then we have a beautiful bowl of buttermilk, right? So buttermilk gives it that nice fatty richness, and it's a little bit tangy that makes you keep coming back for more. Now the goal with this is to mix it until there's uniformity, but there's still some lumps in there, right? So if it's completely smooth, it's not the end of the world. It just means that it may be a little tough when you go to cut it. But if you make it a little tough, soak it up with a little more syrup and you're good to go. So we go ahead and fire up our saute pan, right? We're gonna give it kind of a medium heat. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little butter to the pan. We're gonna griddle them, and then we're gonna drop them on the plate. And then of course, for pancakes, we should have something, right? So here we have some fruits. Today we've got strawberries and blackberries. Of course, you can use anything you want. And maple syrup, right? So what I'd recommend, this is one of my favorite things. We cut the fruit into any size or shape that you want, as long as it's mostly uniform.
Okay.
And then if you toss it with the maple syrup, it'll actually draw out some of the natural sugars. It'll taste more like itself than you started with. So
Can I get started with that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, and what I'm doing over here is I'm gonna add just a little bit of butter to my saute pan. Right, what that's gonna do is it's gonna give us just a slight crispy shell on those pancakes. Everybody loves that little bit of contrast. So once you've got a nice even layer of butter, we'll come through with our ladle. We'll grab some of our pancake batter and we'll just drop it right in there. Now what you should see is it should start spreading. You should hear just a little bit faint sizzle as it hits. And what you'll notice about this batter as opposed to like a box mix is it's much stiffer, right? It's more like a cake than it is kind of like a thin pool. So this will give us extremely fluffy, super rich pancakes. Okay, so we'll let that sit there and work its magic. The fruit,
Approximately how long?
well, it depends on the size of the pancake, but I would say it's usually about 2 to 5 minutes per each one.
Okay.
So we get our
Love it.
spatula under there. If we can move the entire pancake, it's a good sign for us. And we flip it, right? We'll clean it up a little bit. You'll see with the buttermilk and especially the butter, right in here, it creates a really golden kind of crust on there. Again, when we look at a box mix, there's a lot more browning because of all of the stuff that they put in there. Right, so Kandace has our fruit chopped up. It looks fantastic.
Okay.
Right, and what I'd say is just go ahead and drop in your favorite syrup. If you wanted to use honey, if you have some kind of special blend of sugars that you want to use, what we'll do is we'll just gently macerate these, and like I said, it'll draw out more of the sugars that are in there, and it'll make it really, really beautiful. It'll just kind of run and cascade over our pastry. Our first one is done.
Great.
Right, we just set it aside,
All
but
right,
you'll
should I
also
go ahead
see,
and
absolutely,
dig into this one?
Yeah, go for it.
It's fresh off the griddle.
can't beat it.
Wow, that's delicious.
Well, thank you.
And I love the little crunch, like you were talking about.
It's perfect, right?
Such a nice touch. Okay, guys, no more excuse. You have to make your own pancakes. No more Bisquick pancake mix or whatever you use. Got to go for the real deal. Thanks so much, Joe.
Thank you.
Time for a quick break, but still to come, the creator of Ella Vare Jewelry joins us to talk about her faith through fashion concept. We'll be right back.